Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald is a 2018 fantasy film directed by David Yates and written by J.K. Rowling. It is the sequel to The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them in 2016, and the second installment in the Fantastic Beasts film series, and the 10th overall in the Wizarding World franchise. It features an ensemble cast including Eddie Redmayne, Katherine Waterston, Dan Fogler, Alison Sudol, Ezra Miller, Zoë Kravitz, Jude Law, and Johnny Depp. Set in 1927, it follows Newt Scamander and Albus Dumbledore as they attempt to take down the Dark Wizard Gellert Grindelwald while facing new threats in the more divided Wizarding world. A second Fantastic Beasts film was announced in October 2014, and in July 2016, Rowling confirmed that she completed the script. Depp was cast in November 2016, causing some controversy due to domestic violence allegations made against him. Law signed on in April 2017. Principal photography began in July 2017 at Warner Brothers Studios in Livingston, England. Filming also took place in London, Switzerland, and Paris, and wrapped up in December 2017. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald premiered in Paris on the 8th of November 2018 and was released worldwide on the 16th of November 2018 in 2D, 3D, 4D, Dolby Cinema, IMAX, and Screen X formats by Warner Brothers Pictures. It grossed over $654 million worldwide, making it the 10th highest grossing film of 2018, but the lowest grossing installment of the Wizarding World franchise. It received mixed reviews, with praise for its entertainment value, direction, and performances, but criticism of its needlessly complicated, low-stakes plot, which some critics felt was overburdened with details of setting up future sequels. The film was nominated for 2 awards at the 72nd British Academy of Film Awards in the categories of Best Production Design and Best Special Visual Effects. A sequel, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, was released in April 2022. Now, the returning cast include Eddie Redmayne as Newt Scamander, a British Ministry of Magic employee in the Beast Division of Department of Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures, as well as a self-proclaimed Magi-zoologist. He played a part in remedying the events of the violent attack on the city of New York in December 1926, involving Dark Wizard Gellert Grindelwald. He's a confidant of Albus Dumbledore, despite being an outcast from certain circles of British wizarding society due to his checkered past. Katherine Waterston reprises her role as Porcinia Tina Goldstein, a promoted MAC USA, Magical Congress of the United States of America, aura. She played a role in thwarting Gellert Grindelwald during the Obscurus incident of 1926, for which she and Newt were initially blamed. Dan Fogler also reprises his role as Jacob Kowalski, a no-match veteran of World War I and a current business owner of a bakery and friend of Newt's, and the primary love interest to Queenie. It is revealed in The Crimes of Grindelwald that the swooping evil venom only raises bad memories, and meeting Newt, Queenie, and Tina and learning of the wonders of magic is anything but a bad memory for Jacob. Alison Sudol as Queenie Goldstein, the beautiful and vivacious younger sister of Tina, who worked alongside her in the Federal Wand Permit Bureau after Tina was once demoted. She is a powerful natural legilimens and has fallen in love with Jacob Kowalski, despite American wizarding laws forbidding relationship with no-mages. Ezra Miller as Credence Barrowbone, the disturbed adopted child of Mary Lou Barrowbone, severely abused and downtrodden. Enraged by people's treatment of him during the incident of 1926, he has set his Obscurus parasite loose on the city of New York, causing widespread destruction. He survived in a tiny Obscurus fragment and is now sought by several different groups. Zoë Kravitz as Letta Lestrange, an emotionally damaged and confused young woman who still exerts some control over Newt, who once was and possibly still is in love with her. Ostracized by her fellow Hogwarts students, she is befriended by a young Newt. She is descended from a historically wealthy pureblood family infamous for embracing the dark arts. She is currently engaged to Theseus Scamander, Newt's brother, who works at the British Ministry of Magic as an assistant to Torquil Travers, the head of magical law enforcement. Then we have Callum Turner as Theseus Scamander, Newt Scamander older brother, who works in the Aurora office at the Department of Magical Law Enforcement, fought in World War I, and is described as a war hero. The two brothers share a tentatively warm relationship, slightly marred by their different personalities and beliefs. He spent the previous year hunting Grindelwald with a team of British auras. Theseus is currently engaged to Letta Lestrange. Claudia Kim as Nagini, a main attraction of the wizarding circus and freak show called the Circus Arcanius and Maledictus, who carries a blood curse that will eventually transform her into a snake permanently. For as long as she can remember, Scamander exploited her transformation powers. Nagini befriends Credence Barrowbone when he works as a menial worker at the circus. Nagini will eventually become the infamous companion of Lord Voldemort. Jude Law as Albus Dumbledore, an extremely influential and powerful wizard in the British wizarding community, known in the British Ministry of Magic and throughout the wizarding world for his academic brilliance. Currently a professor of defense against the dark arts at Hogwarts at School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, as a teenager he and Grindelwald have become closer than brothers. A strong ally of Newt Scamander's, he is called upon to help resist Grindelwald's reign of terror. Toby Regbo reprises the role from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 as the young Dumbledore. Then we have Johnny Depp as Gellert Grindelwald, infamous powerful dark wizard who caused mass violence, terror and chaos around the globe, seeking to lead a new wizarding world order based on the strong belief in wizarding superiority. As a teenager, he and Dumbledore have become lovers. He escapes from MAC USA in New York and renews his efforts for pure-blood world domination. It was Depp's idea for the character to have hectochromia, as he said he saw Grindelwald as more than one, almost as if he was two people. Jamie Campbell Bower reprises his role from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 as the younger Grindelwald. Carmen Egojo briefly reprises her role as Serafina Picquery, the president of the MAC USA from the first film. Brontis Jaworski portrays Nicholas Flamel, a 14th century 600-year-old Parisian scribe and alchemist believed to have discovered the Philosopher's Stone, who is a friend and colleague of Dumbledore. The character was mentioned previously in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And Fiona Glascott portrays a young Minerva McGonagall. Now, as a film, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald has glimmers of magic familiar to the Harry Potter fans, but the story spell isn't as strong as earlier installments. I found this film to be cluttered and clunky. The film throws at you plenty of plot twists and loud noises, but really there isn't much tension or sense of adventure or any longing, just the feeling of watching another chess piece move into position. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's watchable and entertaining as expected, but some of the wonder, the novelty and the sheer narrative of the rush of the first film has been mislaid in favour of more diffusive plot points, as if they were purely making this film so that they could make further down the road. I did find it overlong and exposition heavy, and I felt it overloaded us with homework, as if we had to know too much about the past in order to enjoy this film. Also, I find Eddie Redmayne as Newt charmless, and the plot is just grindingly complicated, and he just doesn't really carry the film as the lead star should. I did, however, enjoy the introduction of Jude Law as Dumbledore, and I feel he portrays the role perfectly. I found Johnny Depp awful as Grindelwald, and frankly I'm quite happy that he's been recast in the role, albeit for unprecedented circumstances. I honestly feel they cast Depp just to add a name to the film, but he looks absolutely atrocious in this film, and his acting is wooden and hollow. This film, though, falls flat. It feels like they made a film just for the sake of it, almost as if Rowling, Yates and Heyman were cashing in on the Potter universe. The Harry Potter story is a fantastic saga, led by great characters, great story, and with a fantastic antagonist. Here we have none of that. This is just the film for the sake of being a film. It's a sad addition to the Wizarding World collective. I mean, it's entertaining enough at times, but you won't really remember it, nor does it stand out. For me at this point, I felt like they were just scraping the barrel and ruining the backstories of fantastic characters like Albus Dumbledore. It will be interesting to see where the series goes from here. Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald gets a 5 out of 10.